All right, I am here today to talk about my identities. Starting with my dominant identity, that is obviously going to be white. Um, that's something that I really don't have to think about, that I was just born with, that gives me different privileges than people of color. Where did I learn the messages about this identity? You kind of hear it a lot through different social medias and stuff, and just through my own experiences. You can definitely tell, like, there are different kinds of white people, obviously, and some of them are racist and horrible, and it kind of gives a bad rap to the rest of them. And that's probably only one of the negative things about it, just how other people see you. But other than that, you really just have the privilege that goes along with it. The not getting followed in stores at night, or not having to worry about what the cops are going to do or anything like that. There's a lot of things you don't have to work for that you just get, kind of thing, which I don't think it should be that way. It's kind of messed up. Really messed up. A time that I participated in marginalization of another person related to this identity. I hate white people. So, not all of them, just like the really super racist ones. They are literally the worst. They should really just leave forever somewhere else. That's really the only people I've ever marginalized, because I believe in acceptance of everyone, and no matter your race, gender, whatever you believe in, everyone deserves to be, I guess no one deserves anything, but everyone should be happy, and everyone should feel the right to be confident in who they are and in their own skin. They shouldn't have to worry about walking outside and something happening to them just because of the color of their skin or who they choose to love or anything like that. Being white does impact my leadership style, because I don't know if this is like what I should be doing or not, but I always have it in the back of my mind whenever I'm in a leadership position, especially when I have people of color either underneath me or above me. I always try to make sure I'm acting in the most, I don't know how to say this, fair, equal way that I can, because no one deserves to be marginalized for any reason whatsoever, and I don't want to give off the wrong vibe, and I don't want to come off like I'm better than anyone else just because of the color of my skin, because I'm not. I'm probably stupider than everyone else. So, but I always try to keep that in mind. And going to my non-dominant identity, I would say that's probably being a woman, because that's something that gender equality is something people have struggled with or I guess women have struggled with for years and years now. I'm actually in a gender and society class right now, so that's taught me a lot about the history of women and women's suffrage and stuff like that. I definitely learned a lot about this identity from that class. The people that have fought for equality for years and were jailed and killed and hurt because of what they believed in. There's so many bad things that have happened to them just because they were fighting for what they thought was right. So that's really where I learned a lot about being a woman, and, generally just through like the different political campaigns, and Twitter and different social media always has different things like that on it. And it's kind of So maybe one of the times that I've possibly upheld stereotypes of this is I'm not a huge feminist. I do appreciate the work that past feminists have done, and I do believe that it was necessary. But nowadays, I believe we are much closer to equality than people really think. And I know most people don't go around just trying to make sexist comments or acting sexist, because no one really puts up with that anymore. And I don't think I've ever really been sexist. Like, I just don't see the point of being sexist or racist. We're all people. So I don't think I've actually ever really belittled what anyone thinks. The radical feminists, I do think, are a little bit overboard. The people who go burn down buildings and destroy towns just to try to get like their point across, I don't agree with that. I think that's way over the line, and you're doing more harm than good at that point. You're bringing negative press to your movement and different things like that. And this identity kind of impacts how I see the world, but not really. I do believe that with hard work, I can do whatever a man can. But it might be a little bit more difficult, especially since I'm trying to be in like the FBI, which is a very heavily male-dominated field. So it'll probably be a little bit of extra work to be able to get involved with that and succeed in that, just because it is one of those things that for the past whatever, how many years that's been around, it's been male dominated because they're seen as the stronger, more intelligent gender or whatever. But there's just some things that are more male dominated, more female dominated, like teaching. So it's just one of those kind of impacts, or that kind of thing impacts the way I see the world. But I just know that with hard work, you can do anything you want. And when it comes to my leadership style, I do think about it, especially when I have, I work at a country club, so I have a lot of people that work under me during banquets and stuff like that. Since I've been there the longest, they all kind of turn to me to like tell them what to do or whatever. So I do think about the fact that I'm a woman in those kind of situations, because some of the stupid young male kids that come in, they're just like, they want to do whatever they want, and they don't really want to listen to an 18-year-old girl tell them what to do. But so that's something I think about when I'm put in those situations. I try to be cool and normal, and just try to relate to them on a different level, because kids do act like in a different way. And so yeah, that's pretty much how my identities differ from one another. I've never really put much thought into my identities before I started this class, but I'm glad I did. I've learned a lot about myself, and I I do appreciate the work that you put into this class. So just want to say thank you, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.